I kind of want to transition to the gospel portion of it because a lot of people can look at your story and be like, "Oh, Maddie just won," but they don't know about the 8 years of the grind
Yeah.
to get there. We all, like everyone sees the victory, but doesn't know anything prior to that. I just want to know like, what was your relationship with the Lord while trying to like grind and obviously get your first victory and get to like your breakthrough season? Because a lot of us are probably in that stage of life where we're just like, man, when am I going to get in the breakthrough? And we can lose heart, we can get impatient, but you've experienced 8 years of it and then finally get into it. So I would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah. I think I remember coming like out onto the LPGA tour and my faith was there. It wasn't like something where like, I opened my Bible daily or anything like that. I had Amy Olson really kind of like help me. Great lady. Love her. I will shout her out anytime I can.
Big
But
time.
yeah, she's the best. So she kind of helped me, in my rookie year, inviting me to the Bible study out on tour, and that was great. That would kind of like really kickstarted my a bigger relationship with the Lord, and it was really great. Kind of, got difficult when I had wrist surgery. I would say having to take a year off, being like, well, what does this mean? Does this mean I should quit? Like all of these different things. But my faith got even stronger then. I really had to open my Bible daily. I was teaching elementary PE, so I needed the Lord. Exactly what my parents did. So it was great then. This past couple years, I would say past year, it's been definitely harder, just not wanting to open the Bible. It's been a really, really weird season, and I hate to say that, but being
I'll
all
be
truthful,
transparent.
it's
Be transparent. Yeah.
yeah, like that's just what it is. It's just like it's not that the fact that I do not want to speak with the Lord or be near the Lord or anything like that. It's just like, man, I do not want this to feel like homework. And I remember talking to our chaplain, Chris Stevens, about it. I'm just like,
Chris, shout out to
this
Julia, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, she's great. And I was like, I don't know what's going on? Like I love the Lord, but I do not want to, feel like a grind. Like, why am I going to church on Sunday if I just like if my heart is not there, if my posture is not correct? So lately it's just been a lot of prayer for me, and worship music has been my saving grace. And I listen to it all of the time. I'll just sit there and cry listening to worship music, but that's something that's just been really, really beneficial to me. And I was jamming out, on the way to the golf course the last day to Josiah Queen, and we were praising the Lord, and it honestly that's been really, really great. And now my relationship has gotten even deeper. So it's been a
Amen.
journey.
Hey man, in regards to like again that 8 year of just grinding to get your victory, I believe in Second Chronicles 15:7 it says, "But hey, you take courage. Do not let your hands become weak. That your hard work will be rewarded." And I just want to encourage the audience that at some point you're going to see the fruits of your hard work come to life. It's just trying to have the patience in the season where we don't really see any fruits. But I encourage us, man, just continue to sow, and cultivate. And at some point, we will see the fruits of everything come to life. But I do kind of empathize with you a little bit. I've had seasons where it's like, bro, I don't feel like opening up the word because it feels too much like homework.
Yeah.
And the way I kind of combat that for me personally is I always tell myself, there are no fruits apart from his word. So that
Mhm.
kind of gives me the conviction, like, let me get in this word. Now, that's not to say I'm about to go in there and like deep dive, like, okay, I'm about to read like 3 chapters in Mark, and then I'm gonna go over to the
Yeah.
epistles and read this. But like, I had a homeboy, his name was Tariq, and he's always telling me, man, like, if you just read like one or two like verses a day, it's kind of like eating vegetables. Like if I eat broccoli, it's like it's doing something good to my body,
Yeah.
but we can't sustain on only eating broccoli. At some point, we gotta go eat chicken and stuff like that. And we have to continue to grow and get deeper into our desires of reading the word. But like, he always used to tell me, like man, like at least get some type of spiritual food. Like if you're
Yes.
on the go right now, like okay, grab a Nutri-Grain bar. Nutri-Grain bar is going to give you some energy, but imagine if you sat there and ate like egg white omelet with avocado and stuff. It feeds you a little bit more. But I've always said, man, like scripture says, apart from me, we're nothing. So I'm like, man, there's no fruit in not reading your word. So that always convicted me. Like, let me like let me at least just get in it a little bit, even if I'm having like this homework mentality. So I'm happy that you were transparent about that because I always had that mindset too, where it's like, I don't feel like reading the word, man, because I just feel like, do I have a test coming up? Apart from him, I'm nothing. And if John 1:1 says that he is the word, I need to make sure that I'm in his word. So yeah, I mean, Nate, do you have a take on that, man? 'Cause I'm so happy Maddie said that because that's like, even though this is a gospel centric channel, we love talking about golf, but it's like I've had those hardships too. It's just like my Bible's been sitting there for a hot minute. It's like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Dude, no, I mean, I have those seasons all the time, dude. Because I'm also just not much of a reader. Like when it comes to like books, like I read a lot of like research articles just for my job.
He's a dog of a
But
PT. He won't admit it, but he's a
I'm
dog of a
just
PT.
I'm just a PT. But yeah, I'll read. It's like weird. I'll sit down and I'll read like 5 articles and it'll be fine. But then with my Bible, it's like hard. And I just remember when I was in college, like I was just like, I'm just gonna read little snippets. It's like exercise. So like there are studies that show that the bare minimum amount of exercise you need that will be beneficial for your health is like 4 minutes of high intense exercise a day, and that will yield like that will reduce your cancer mortality by like a significant amount. I forgot the amount. So I it's kind of like that's kind of how I think about it now. It's like if you do the bare minimum, it's so much better than doing nothing. And the bare minimum is actually a lot lower than people think. But even if you just read a verse or something like that, like you can still leave with a significant amount of encouragement.
Yeah.
Um, and just like it could just be your favorite verse over and over again, but you'll just kind of have a little like, I feel a little bit better about myself today. I feel like there is someone sovereign out there looking out for me, someone that loves me, and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's just kind of echoing your guys' point.
No, I love that exercise analogy. That is great. Like I can only because I have a I have an insecurity. It's like, bro, I don't want to be fat, so I want to go work out. Even if it's just like I'm gonna just do a little bit of something. Like I know there's benefit in that than not working out, dog. So Nate,
Yeah.
that was great, bro.